You're back live. Why is the background light off?
What is it? Oh, also the bottom of the screen has not been updating either. Still shows the same warning that was from 10 o'clock. Also, did you see this rotation right near T?
Yeah, I literally saw it. Why do you do this? You do this too. You have GR2, radar scope, oh my god. With Omega. Still need that.
Where's Radar Omega on here?
Don't need this. Omega. Zero gigabyte. There it is. You're back live. What?
You see that hook? Right over. I thought that was a tornado warning.
Probably severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back
I
live.
mean, that's a hook right there. That is a hook echo right there near
Back
Harrisburg.
live. Mic check.
All right. Yep. Looks like Mike's good. So. Yep. News through thunderstorm warning.
Mike's good.
All right. Thank you. Yep. So Lyon County, Northwest Iowa, Northwestern Sioux County, Southern Rock County, and Southwestern Nobles County, and Northeastern Lincoln County, and all now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Northwest Iowa, Southwest Minnesota there. Hills, Steen, Rock Rapids, Larchwood, Inwood, Canton, Fairview, Rock Valley, Dune, Alford, Edna areas now under that severe thunderstorm warning until 1 a.m. So an hour to go on this warning. 60-mile-per-hour winds, small hail. The storm is moving east-southeast at 30 miles per hour. Do want to mention, as you can see, don't like the look of this over Harrisburg. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of a hook feature on the radar picture there. Also, there was a little bit of rotation a few minutes ago near the T area. Didn't want to mention that, but that has since gone away. But right there, very briefly, there was a little bit of rotation there near the T area. That has gone away. And again, severe thunderstorm warning. I do want to mention we did have some technical difficulties, but we were back on here. Bring you guys the latest. We're getting a lot of different reports coming from Sioux Falls. So again, we are still live. So again, we are live here. We have severe weather right now going through Sioux Falls and the east side of town right now. Harrisburg, Rowena, and Brandon up towards Garrettson right now. This thunderstorm is going through that area right now and continuing to move in an east southeasterly direction at 30 miles per hour. So again, if you're just tuning in, we are continuing our live coverage here as we've had some technical issues, but we've figured that out, and that we are continuing our coverage. I do want to mention there is a little bit of a hook feature on the radar picture there over Harrisburg, something to keep an eye on. And again, I do want to mention they also and there was another severe thunderstorm warning just issued. There is a severe thunderstorm watch. They have extended it until 2 a.m. So we want to mention that as well. The severe thunderstorm watch was in effect until midnight, but since it is midnight, they have now extended that watch for a couple more hours. It has now been extended until 2 a.m. Central Time for far eastern South Dakota into southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. So I do want to mention that. And then also looks like we do have, looks like, what is that?
Mesoscale that just came out.
That was the meso. Okay. Let's pull the watch up here so we can show the
getting there.
numbers.
Do the mesoscale though.
So he's gonna pull up the severe thunderstorm watch that got extended until 2 a.m. for Sioux Falls. There it is. So Sioux Falls, northwest Iowa, Spencer, Sioux Center, and then southern Minnesota, Mankato. Now it went away here. Trying to get it back. Okay, there it is. Slayton, Worthington, Marshall, Mankato areas there, Fairmont, and then over into northwest Iowa. In effect until 2 a.m. Does it still say tornado possible? 1 or 2 tornadoes possible?
I can't believe it. That's
But again, nonetheless, we are now under a severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m. That does include Sioux Falls. So Sioux Falls is now in that severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m. So this is the current situation we have. We have several.
20% probability of a tornado.
So yeah, it's still there. So we do still have that tornado risk or that severe thunderstorm watch area. Severe thunderstorm warning again continues for Sioux Falls.
Most likely that watch will expire as this system moves.
Yeah, as the system moves to the east and moves out of the Sioux Falls area, I would imagine then they would cancel the severe thunderstorm watch. Now, you do notice here we are starting to pick up some rotation here near the Harrisburg area as our Doppler radar is also picking up on that here. And of course, our radar is picking up on some rotation right now. As look at the radar here again, that circle there. That is what we're looking at there for possible rotation. Again, Sioux Falls, remain in your shelter for a little bit longer, especially the east part of town. I would say the western part of town, you're probably okay, but you're still under that severe thunderstorm warning for a few more minutes. Let's see, what are they saying? So we're starting to get some reports now of maybe some tornadic situation. See if we can get that, but looking at the velocity, I'm not seeing a whole lot, but radar is picking up on some rotation in between Canton, and Harrisburg right now, as this thunderstorm will continue to move in a southeasterly direction into its exits southeastern South Dakota, and we'll start to head into northwestern Iowa. So again, we are continuing to follow what's going on here, and right there, that circle that you see there, that is the area we're looking at for any kind of rotation, and not seeing anything on the velocity, but keeping an eye on it. It does have that structure. Again, just southeast of Harrisburg is kind of what we're looking at there.
Post that in the chat.
So again, we are. This is kind of what we expected. Eventually, this would all turn into a big line of wind, and that is exactly what we're seeing right now. All the way from northeastern Iowa, southeast Minnesota, all the way through northern Iowa, southwest Minnesota, and into far southeastern South Dakota. So it is now formed one big line and is going to move southeast throughout the remainder of the night. So if you got any folks central Iowa, give them a heads up there. We're going to start to see more severe weather heading that direction. Again, Sioux Falls still under that severe thunderstorm warning that remains in effect here for another 8 minutes on this. So hang tight if you're in Sioux Falls. We are getting reports that some lights have been out in Sioux Falls on 12th Street and a few other spots as well. Some unconfirmed reports of power outages in Sioux Falls. There was a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust in Sioux Falls a little earlier. If you're in Worthington as well, if you're in Spencer, a couple of those communities, Jackson, Spirit Lake, you guys are all under severe thunderstorm warnings as well until 12:30 a.m. and 12:45 for 60-mile-per-hour winds and small hail. And then for areas southeast of Sioux Falls, again until 1 a.m., the storm moving southeast. And again, we're getting reports of power outages in the Sioux Falls area. Let's see. Yeah, we had tornadoes earlier this evening up near the Watertown area, and that was earlier this evening, and now we're kind of just seeing a lot of wind. We did have some strong winds going through the T area earlier as well. I do want to mention that. I did see that outside of the studio. And we are still continuing to monitor this area across the Sioux Falls area into southwest Minnesota and northern Iowa. So we have a number of severe thunderstorm warnings.
About 3,200 customers without power in Sioux Falls.
Yep, so about 3,200 customers are without power right now in Sioux Falls. So power has gone out in Sioux Falls in some spots.
It's very sporadic.
It looks like it's pretty sporadic. Yeah, that makes sense.
ETA is about 145.
So ETA looking at 145 for that power to
Up to
come back.
3:15 a.m. for some areas.
Yep. Could be up to 3:15 in the morning in some areas there in Sioux Falls. So that is the situation. And I know a lot of people are joining our live right now, wondering what's going on in Sioux Falls. Well, Sioux Falls, it just went through Sioux Falls, and we do have that severe thunderstorm warning that continues for Sioux Falls. So for a couple more minutes, hang tight for Sioux Falls. Again, you're still in that severe thunderstorm warning, but the storm, it looks like, has moved past Sioux Falls at this point. And it's really all we're going to be seeing tonight in the Sioux Falls area. So looks like that this is going to be about it. And then this will exit the Sioux Falls area. And right now it is going through Harrisburg, Rowena, Brandon, Valley Springs, Beaver Creek, Laverne, Hills, Larchwood, just about to go into Canton. So those are the areas we're looking at. Again, 70-mile-per-hour winds possible on this storm. Next communities in line here: Inwood, Fairview, Rock Valley, Dune, Alvord, Lester, Steen, Rock Rapids, and Edna. All next in line here for this severe thunderstorm. Also, again, probably seeing some hail in this storm as well. Probably not super large, but probably some small hail associated with this storm as well. And looks like we got a video here of a possible funnel cloud. It is hard to see, it's pretty blurry. And where was that located?
KOA.
KOA, where's that?
North of KOA.
What's KOA again?
Campgrounds. Where that would be?
All right. Maybe Lake Alvin? Lake Vermilion? Again, flash flood warning continues also up near
I-90 and Cliff area to the north.
Okay, so north side of town. Yeah, that's where I was looking at the velocity, and looking at the radar picture, there was a little bit of a notch on the north side of town. So that does not surprise me. It did look like there was some rotation. Not enough, obviously, to issue that tornado warning, but so again, we are live for you guys tonight, and severe weather moving through our area. I would say at this point, if you are on the western side of Sioux Falls and the central side of Sioux Falls, you guys are now in the clear. You guys can go to bed. New severe thunderstorm warning now. Let's see what this. I'm assuming this is Laverne. I'm gonna guess this is Laverne area. About the only area that doesn't have a warning. So we'll find out what that warning is for. But we did get a new severe thunderstorm warning that popped
That
up.
would be the.
Where's that? Oh, farther to the south, down near Beresford. There's not even anything on the radar. I think it's just strictly wind. So we got a new severe thunderstorm warning now for Vermilion and Beresford areas for strong winds. There it is. So
Hold on. Do this right. This is the way we're supposed to.
So we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is for southwestern Sioux County in northwest Iowa, northwestern Plymouth County in northwest Iowa, north central Dixon County in northeastern Nebraska, eastern Clay County in southeast South Dakota, southeastern Lincoln County in South Dakota, Union County, South Dakota, until 1 a.m. Near Newton Hills State Park, moving south at 40 miles per hour. This is strictly for 60 mile per hour winds associated with this storm to the north. You know, this is one of these cases where just because there's nothing on the radar doesn't mean that there isn't severe weather. As you can see, Exhibit A, 60 mile per hour winds, and you can barely see it on the radar. It's right over Beresford right now. Centerville, Beresford up to Canton. That is kind of it's basically a wall of wind, if you will, that doesn't have any rain with it or any thunderstorms. It's literally just strictly wind. And that is why they've issued that warning. So that is, again, it's something we're going to keep an eye on. If you're in Beresford, if you're in Alcester, if you're in Hudson, Hawarden, Chatsworth, Akron, Spink, Vermilion, Burbank, Newcastle, all these areas there in southeastern South Dakota, you guys need to be in your safe spot, seeking shelter immediately. It does say expect damage to roof, siding, and trees. Again, move to an interior room on the lowest floor. Again, strong winds on that storm. And then farther to the north, as we do see. Okay, so Sioux Falls, you guys can go to bed. Sioux Falls is now clear. You guys are in the all clear now. The storm has moved past Sioux Falls. However, we are hearing of power outages and some damage in Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls is good to go to bed now. You guys are in the clear. As we also have AJ helping us out now in the studio, as well as you can hear him there. So, again, severe thunderstorm warning canceled for Sioux Falls. You guys are safe now in the Sioux Falls area. You guys can go to bed. So, moving farther to the east now into northwestern Iowa. This storm right now is moving through Canton, Larchwood, Rowena, Valley Springs, Beaver Creek, Hills, Steen, Lester, Larchwood, Ellsworth. That is where the storm is at currently. And it's continuing to push east, southeast at that 30 mile per hour clip. And communities, again, that are next in line for this storm, again, Inwood, Fairview, Rock Valley, Dune, Alford, Rock Rapids areas. And then we have those other severe thunderstorm warnings across northeastern Iowa, central Iowa, and so we'll continue to monitor that. And then we also have the other severe thunderstorm warnings for Worthington area, near the Lake Park area. This one, let's go over this one here. For Osceola County, Jackson County, Cottonwood County, and Minnesota until 12:30, so 10 more minutes on that warning box there. 60 mile per hour winds in that area. So a lot of this is just strictly wind at this point. And then near the Spirit Lake area, Jackson, Spencer, Sioux Rapids area, we do have that big severe thunderstorm warning there for Osceola, Dickinson, Buena Vista, Clay, O'Brien, Jackson, Cottonwood counties in Minnesota and Iowa there until 12:45, so 25 minutes on that. 60 mile per hour winds as well, and small hail on that storm, pea-sized hail on that storm. So seek shelter in all of these areas tonight. If you are under this severe thunderstorm warning, I'm sure you guys get it on your phone devices, and again, want to make sure you guys are weather aware tonight. And we thank you guys all for tuning in tonight to watch our coverage. And we got a lot of severe weather going on tonight across our area. But Sioux Falls, again, is in the clear now. You guys can go to bed. Sioux Falls area is in the clear. So just wanted to make that very clear for everybody. So at this point, in our closest area, we have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings that we are closely monitoring here, all in this area. So, again, all these communities tonight. Let me make a list here of all these communities. Again, if you are in any of these parts of these counties, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. If you're in southwestern Sioux County in northwestern Iowa, if you're in northwestern Plymouth County in northwest Iowa, if you're in north central Dixon County in northeastern Nebraska, if you are in eastern Clay County in southeastern South Dakota, if you're in southeastern Lincoln County in South Dakota, if you're in Lincoln County in South Dakota, if you are in Lyon County, northwestern Sioux, southern Rock County, southwestern Nobles, northeastern Lincoln counties in South Dakota, Iowa, and Minnesota. If you are in Osceola, if you're in northwestern Dickinson, western Jackson, southeastern Nobles, southern Cottonwood counties, you guys need to be in your safe spot there. New severe thunderstorm warning. Just they should. If you're in Osceola, Dickinson, Buena Vista, Clay, O'Brien, Jackson, Cottonwood counties, you guys all need to be in your safe spot. Yeah, there was apparently a brief tornado at KOA. That was what we were looking at earlier. So again, new severe thunderstorm warning. Where is that located?
Over Laverne.
Okay, so that was what I was talking about earlier. That was the only spot that didn't have a warning. All right, so we do have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning, as you heard, for Laverne, Beaver Creek, Hardwick, Edgerton, Wilmot, Lismore, Falda, Adrian areas. All of these roughly the same areas that we saw before that are now under the severe thunderstorm warning. Now in effect here, Rock County, southwestern Minnesota, western Nobles County in southwest Minnesota, southeastern Pipestone County in Minnesota, southwestern Cottonwood County in Minnesota, southern Murray County in southwest Minnesota. Now until 1 a.m. That is 35 minutes on this storm. This one is interesting. This storm is moving apparently in a northeasterly direction now. More of an easterly direction at 35 miles per hour. This is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and small hail, pea-sized hail, possible. So that is for, again, that Laverne area for that thunderstorm. It is now severe. So this whole cluster of thunderstorms here, as you can see, is now under this severe thunderstorm warning. This whole area. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 severe thunderstorm warnings from Spencer, Spirit Lake, Jackson over to Worthington, Sibley over to Laverne, over towards just east of Sioux Falls, near Rowena, Canton areas, Rock Rapids, and Rock Valley. You guys are all in this. All those areas are in this severe thunderstorm warning. And it's just this whole area. And then again, we do have that flash flood warning that continues up there near the Marshall area, Ivanhoe, until 2 a.m. as well. Haven't forgot about you guys. Thankfully, it looks like the rain is done up in that area. They got a lot of rain. Also, again, for those of you that weren't around here earlier, the Castlewood area had 7 inches of rain tonight up there in the Castlewood area. So I did want to mention that as well. Looks like for, again, that Laverne area, a lot of strong winds going through that area right now. Let's see here. Looks like the strongest storm at this point is that storm there from Adrian down to Rock Rapids, Canton. That's the strongest storm right now. And continuing to move east at 30 to 35 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour winds and quarter-sized hail on that storm. So we are keeping a very close eye on that. So again, dangerous thunderstorms in these areas. I'd say Brandon, yes, you are in the clear. You guys can go to bed as well. Garrettson as well. You guys are in the clear. You guys can go to bed. Jasper as well. Sherman, Rowena, Harrisburg, Worthing. You guys are all in the clear. Looking at the rotation, I'm still not seeing anything on the velocity data. Now let's look at the hail areas, and there it is. So we're starting to pick up on hail southeast of Sioux Falls here. Here the Larchwood area, Lester, Steen, Rock Rapids. Looks like we have a hail core there. As you can see there, that is what we're looking at for hail. So quarter-sized hail against 60-mile-per-hour winds. That is the threats right now that we are looking at. So we will continue to monitor all of this for you guys. And do you have anything to add here?
Nope.
Would you be able to pull up a couple of pictures of the tornadoes from earlier? Jump off. Show the viewers. So again, all of these severe thunderstorm warnings are going to continue for the next several minutes for this area. Again, across far southeastern South Dakota, northwest Iowa, and southwest Minnesota. Also, I do want to mention real quick, severe thunderstorm watch continues until 2 a.m. for far southeastern eastern South Dakota into southwest Minnesota, northwest Iowa. Sioux Falls remains included in that, but at this point, Sioux Falls is in the clear. Really isn't anything else for the Sioux Falls area. Again, hail and strong winds. Those are your threats. Also, potentially very heavy rainfall and maybe some flooding concerns, but the flooding is mainly up north towards that Marshall area. As I'm sure it's just a mess up there. So, again, our live HD radar showing that all of these thunderstorms, again, moving in a southeasterly direction. And we'll continue for the next several minutes there. All right, so we do have some pictures that we want to show on the air here before we kind of switch gears and probably jump off here. Here's a picture of earlier this evening up near the Watertown area, right? Yeah. So this picture was taken, as you can see there, by Tanner up near the Watertown area. There was that tornado. There was a few tornadoes up near the Watertown area earlier this evening. So that's one picture there, as you can see there. That is a pretty strong tornado, looks like, but it was in a rural area. I don't believe it hit any. I don't think it really caused any real damage. From what I've heard, it was pretty much in a cornfield, grassland area. It was in a pretty rural area. Now there is another picture. So it does look like there was an area.
10 or 2.
Okay. Yeah, pull that up. So we did. There it is. So, okay. So there was actually an area. Looks like a building. I don't know what kind of building this is. Probably. Is that a house? So it does look like there was a house that did get destroyed, as you can see. That is the picture, and unfortunately, it looks like somebody's house. Unfortunately, looks like got destroyed there. Not a good scene. That is very unfortunate there in that area. That was, where was that at? Was that up near Watertown?
Yeah, same.
So it does look like that tornado did hit one house, at least one house that we know of. I don't think it caused any injuries, correct?
Minor.
Yeah, little to minor injuries there, so that's good. That's the most important thing. There is, and we have another. All right, so new severe thunderstorm warning. This is a pretty large severe thunderstorm warning. I want to bring you guys in here. A lot of counties, bear with me here. Eastern Lyon County in northwestern Iowa, northwestern Woodbury County in west central Iowa, Osceola County in northwestern Iowa, northwestern Dickinson County in northwestern Iowa, Sioux County in northwest Iowa, central Plymouth County in northwestern Iowa, western O'Brien County in northwestern Iowa, western Jackson County in southwestern Minnesota, eastern Nobles County in southwestern Minnesota, and southeastern Cottonwood counties in southwestern Minnesota. So a lot of counties there impacted. This severe thunderstorm is for Windham, Worthington, Sibley, Orange City, Primgar, Lamar's, all of those communities now in effect there for that severe thunderstorm warning. This is in effect now until 1:15 a.m. This is for strictly 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and pea-sized hail. And it says here, severe thunderstorms will be near Worthington, Sibley, Hall, George, Heron Lake, Brewster, Little Rock, Round Lake at around 12:35, so a few more minutes there. And then Sioux Center, Lakefield, Boyden, Ironton, O'Shaden, Ashton, Matlock, Highland Woods State Park at around 12:40. Sheldon, Maurice, Harris, and Craig at around 12:45. And then Orange City, Alton, Lake Park, Hospers, Melvin, and Struble at around 12:50. Other locations include Lamar's, Sanborn, Granville, Archer, Merrill, Remsen, and Hinton. Again, please seek shelter if you are in any of these areas tonight.
Falls.
All right, so we do have a new picture coming in to us. Thank you for sending this in. There is a picture that was in Sioux Falls a little bit ago. So as that storm rolled through the Sioux Falls area, that is one picture there. You can see the lightning, and then you can see is that a tree down?
Yep.
So a tree was down there in town there in Sioux Falls. And so that is in town in Sioux Falls.
Another picture of the tornado.
So we're just going through some photos here. Here's another one. So there he is, another picture of that tornado up near the Watertown area, a little bit north or a little bit west of the Watertown area earlier this evening around 6 o'clock, I think is when it was, roughly. So there was that tornado. Again, it did cause damage from what we saw a little bit ago. It did destroy a home, unfortunately. And there's that tornado. So that was a good picture. Thank you for sending that in to us. Again, a reminder that there was tornadoes earlier this evening. Unfortunately, that was part of a big area this evening up near the Watertown area that experienced a lot of tornadic activity up in that area. And all of these storms now have moved south towards now northwest or northern Iowa and southwest Minnesota. Again, that was a picture of that tornado. So I think things have calmed down, and as a result, we do still have severe thunderstorm warnings that are going to continue for the next several minutes, but it does look like the tornado threat has subsided, and it does look like the flash flood risk as of now has gone down as well. the hail risk also has started to go down. So severe thunderstorm warnings continue for, again, northern Iowa, southwest Minnesota, far southeastern South Dakota. And the flash flood warning continues until 2 a.m. there near the Marshall area. And we will continue to monitor the latest for you. As always, we'll give you guys updates online as we get them in. Any more pictures you guys can send, feel free to send pictures and videos to us on social media. Probably Facebook is the best way to send pictures and videos. So that is going to wrap things up. We've been live here for you for about 2.5 hours. We had some technical difficulties earlier, but we hope you guys enjoyed our stream. Hopefully we were able to keep everyone safe tonight, and hopefully you're able to reach out to people in need. And we'd like to thank each and every one of you guys tonight for tuning in to our stream, and we'll continue to monitor the latest. We'll continue to watch things for you guys as always. But we'll follow up on the Sioux Falls situation, as I'm sure we have quite a few reports coming into us. But that storm rolled through the Sioux Falls area, and I'm sure we had some damage out there, and we do have some power outages for the Sioux Falls area. That is going to wrap things up for this live stream, at least for now. If we get tornado warnings pop up again or any kind of major weather, we will break back in for you guys to go live. But it does look like we are going to jump off here. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys all again for tuning in tonight. It was a busy evening for everyone involved in these storms. So hope you guys all